So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I believe this show is probably going to be trash. Uh, and you may be wondering, well, what leads you to believe to this, Jordan? What makes you think that the Halo show, despite the trailers looking pretty good, uh, is going to be bad? Is it because Cortana doesn't have the right design? Uh, no. It's a different reason. Now, the show itself is taking place in a different canon, so it's going to be a little different than what we know as the official Halo story, which I'm not really a fan of. I get Transformers does this every 4 years, where they make a new canon or whatever, and you have to follow a new one, which is kind of annoying if you get too invested into things or things get canceled or whatever. But Halo has always had everything, mostly everything from it releasing into canon. For this just to be a sudden change can be a good thing and a bad thing. Um, so why are you telling me it could be bad? You're asking me. Upcoming Halo TV show may be politics heavy and won't please everyone. Now, in the duration of history, whenever a producer says that this is going to be very political, it has never been good when that has been said. It's never been good when it says this won't please everyone. It seems like this show is going to have modern day politics in the um like that type of statement is alarming in today's climate where beloved IPs are just turned into propaganda for a certain political side where these types of people take over and they put their politics in or try to make political analogies. Now, if the politics in the show aren't like real life ones and they're just like, and by real life ones, I mean like current events are just like they're made up politics, then I'm fine with that. But I don't know, because it's a little worrisome. It's really worrisome that they're going to screw this up because we've already gotten like apparently some characters were race swapped, which it's a different universe, so I guess they can excuse that or whatever. Um, Even then, I still think that's kind of not good. Um, and then we have the trailer itself, and there's some things I've noticed about it. Except for Cortana, everyone's talking about that. So let me show you the part.
Are our only effective weapons against the Covenant.
I mean, we have this elite design here of the Arbiter. It kind of looks very short-faced. It looks kind of weird. They kind of look very bulky.
He's lethal, upgradable.
Upgradable, I guess that's true. And look at these minor designs. They kind of look like the Halo Online sets that the female elites are supposed to wear. They're supposed to have these types of helmets. I don't know. Well, we have is that proper
And
shielding?
most importantly,
Well, no, it's not because that one just died. You think they'd give the like these kind of just look like Storm Covenant. I mean that's pretty decent.
controllable.
I don't get how I okay. Oh,
Covenant forces.
that Phantom looks pretty good. That Phantom looks good. They could have used Chief's voice actor. This Pelican looks decent. And this Phantom looks awesome. And we have a the Jackal looks like a freaking raptor. It looks like a raptor now. They really overdid the design for it, didn't it? Didn't they?
Master Chief recovered something.
Sacred ring.
I mean, I'm kind of fine with that. I'd prefer if it looked more Halo-ish. So this is the Cortana thing. So first issue is she doesn't look blue enough, right? She's not blue enough. She's not hologrammy enough. She just kind of looks like bad CGI with thing. Now you may be saying, "Oh, you're just mad that she has clothes on," which I sort of am, but that's not really the main reason. I didn't mind the weapon because she looked pretty fine. She was a new character, new iteration of Cortana. But in today's current climate, you can't have women looking sexualized anymore. Women aren't allowed to express themselves, despite all the same people who are censoring women claim about how they support sex work and stuff. Yet they seem to like to suppress it a lot, don't they? But yeah, let's cover up these people and not allow them to express themselves. We're totally better than the same people who did that in the 1950s. We're totally better than that. And I just, like, it's more, I just don't understand how these same people will complain about women being sexualized when they say they're in support of sex work and shit like that. It makes no sense to me. And then they also, like, I think a lot of people just see femininity as weakness. It's not weakness. If you're feminine, you can seduce any guy you want and get them to simp for you. Like, that is probably one of the most powerful abilities ever. Femininity is not weakness. Masculinity is not weakness either. Like, it just makes me mad that now, like, they've done this to things, which, to be fair, even if it was this case, this TV show is probably trying to be more open to everyone, so, you know, you can't even have a... They don't really like naked, like, women in the first place, and I don't even think Cortana was naked in the first place. Like, I kind of never got that impression from her. Well, until Halo 3, but even then I didn't really care. It's just a human body. It's not like she's gulping down big, big guys. Oh, here we have the Space Karen. Oh, jeez, what the hell did they do to the frickin'... Okay.
Humans, surrender to the
Here we have the pixie cut lady. See, I don't like this. I don't like this, okay? Now, why don't I like this? I think the visuals of High Charity look stunning. I would imagine a human female raised to hate the Covenant, well, human that's raised to hate the Covenant would wear more different attire than casual clothes. And this was revealed back before. If anyone looked at the leaks, we already knew that they were going to be race-swapping characters, and they were going to have a character that was raised to hate humans by the Covenant. It's a different universe, so I guess they can get away with making it so the Covenant aren't on a holy crusade to kill all humans, but... What worries me about this is the fact that I'm afraid that they're going to try and do typical female villain writing, where... Well, and, like, a lot of people don't know how to write, like certain villains, where... If it's ever, like, a woman that's a villain, they always have to have a sympathetic backstory behind them, which is not always the case. You don't always have to give them a sympathetic backstory, and I don't mean to be insulting to people with sympathetic backstories, but my thing is, I'm afraid they're going to do it poorly here, and it makes no sense for the Covenant to raise one lone human to hate humans. There's no, like... What? So they can activate the rings? They can just steal any other Marine to do that. So they get Miss Karen here to do it for some reason, and she can control the Mechalecolo. You know, it would have been much more cooler if you could have just had a female Sam Chayun, Prophet, come in the frickin' wheelchair thing they have. And that would have been so much more cooler to have a Sam Chayun that could control the hunters instead of a human. Why does it have to be a human? And it's a human with the frickin' generic cut that you see a lot of people in media have. Most people in real life don't have that cut. But I don't know. I just feel like they could have had a Sam Shayoon do this instead. I don't pronounce that right. They could have had a prophet fill this role instead, controlling Mechalek Golo to do her will. That's what they could have done. That would have been more. That would have been such a better concept than, oh yeah, we have a human that hates other humans. It makes no sense. It goes against like everything, and I'm afraid that they're going to do something where they're going to make the Covenant look like they're good guys and make the UNSC look like they're bad guys. Which you see a lot of people who are write stories nowadays. People who want to make more political storytelling. They always want to make the good guys look like the bad guys and the bad guys look like the good guys. Which, I don't know. Maybe it's because they sympathize with killing a bunch of humans. You know, glassing worlds to like oblivion is definitely helping. Is definitely better than I don't know. It just like it just tells me that like the story will be like political. Um, it just like the bad signs are here. We have a Karen here. I'm calling this the space Karen, who hates humans. Has this divine
Cortana.
ability, which I don't mind. But with this divine ability could have gone to something more useful. I feel like it's just wasted potential. I haven't seen a single grunt yet, so that sucks. I hope the elites aren't represented as the freaking grunts. And that would be like, I wouldn't like that. And I get this is all supposed to be in a different universe. It just doesn't look good. From these warning signs. Like, all the visuals are stunning, don't get me wrong. Well, even though there's some of the humans are using AK-47s, which, to be fair, that actually was mentioned in the lore before, so I'm sort of fine with that, but I'm sorry if this is all over the place. I'm just... like, the bad signs are here, with some of the designs, like that human being raised to like hate humans, which could be made into a real world political allegory. A lot of this stuff, like you're making this all like you said that a lot of this is going to be political, and it's just like, why like there's just a lot of bad signs here that this is going to suck, and that's why the video title is why the Halo TV show probably is going to suck. Because, like, and this is not saying that Halo can't have it. It's not saying video games can't have good, like, storytelling. Like, Halo and Sonic probably have the best, like, in terms of video game media. Like, Halo Legends is awesome. I liked Forward into Dawn. I think Fall of Reach was pretty decent, except for the visuals kind of looking off. And honestly, freaking Halo 2 always had freaking movie storytelling, anyways. And then for Sonic, it's always had like good storytelling with a lot of the shows and stuff. But for here, like why does it have to like involve politics? And if you're more and you may say, oh, a good story can be told with politics. Yeah, but most of the political stories that Hollywood will tell nowadays, which involve identity politics or whatever, they're more focused on pushing a message than actually telling you a story. And if you're not focused on telling a story, it's going to turn out to be shit. Take an example for Five Nights at Fredbear's Free. All that was focused on was gameplay, so the story makes no sense. So, the same could apply here. I hope I'm wrong. But there's a lot of bad signs. I'm expecting the usual anti-SJW channels to cover this, too. There were two instances earlier this year that I wanted to cover those types of people because I feel like they took some things that weren't political and made a big deal out of them. Um, and then there's also, and also the Halo YouTubers are going to cover it, and they're going to freaking, they're going to hate the story. The lore enjoyers are going to hate the story, and it's just going to be. My prediction is it's going to come out on March, and everyone's going to hate it. Most of the people are going to hate it. The freaking the freaking usual suspects are going to get all mad about it, and like, I don't know. I'm sorry if I can't get my wording out. But it's just so annoying that this is probably going to be a flop. It just sucks that this has to happen to my favorite franchise, right? It just sucks to see this. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope things go well. But I'm worried it's not. And usually when you freaking focus more on a political message, you're going to get so much hate, and then a type of show like this won't be ever tried again. And I'm afraid we're never going to get another Halo show, because they're going to be like, oh, this will probably be political. That's what I'm worried about. Um, I'm worried that, like, contrary to what people will tell you, or the main people will tell you, most people don't like it when politics are in entertainment. So I'm afraid that this is going to give a bad rep for Halo, because they're because they might do something like that, and then they're not going to greenlight any other show that could not have such things. Like, it's just, I don't know, and that's my thoughts. I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. It's just, I care a lot about Halo, and I just really hope it doesn't go into this direction, because 343 has been pretty neutral when it came to politics. They haven't, like, to compared to other companies, and I wouldn't want, like, one of my favorite, like, franchises to start, like, being, like, going down the same route of, like, other franchises like Star Wars has, because I don't want to see something I really enjoy, like, be tarnished by people, like, two sides fighting at once, and then you're expected to pick a side when you just don't want this. You want to enjoy things, and then there's people, and then suddenly your favorite thing is turned into a political warfare for a culture war you don't want to be involved with, right? You get what I mean, right? I don't want to see, like, I don't know. And that's my thoughts, at least. I'm just hoping it doesn't turn out like this, but I'm, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed my reasonings. I hope you enjoyed and listened here. Um, yeah, thanks for listening or watching. Thank you.